Spring weather is here, and parts of the South Island are 10 degrees warmer today than they were on Monday. Hi, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. We are tracking a westerly change that is lifting temperatures up in both islands for the next couple of days before a brief cool down and a little burst of rain comes through at the start of the weekend. So let's make sense of it. Here is the animated wind map with temperatures added today. Nothing too dramatic jumping out, except the very eastern side here is warmer than it was, and in fact on Monday most places were around 7, 8, 9 degrees. This afternoon most places are around 16, 17, 18 degrees, and maybe one or two might even reach 20. So a much warmer day thanks to the new wind flow. So on Monday you had an airflow coming out of the Southern Ocean, that's why it was cold. Now you're getting it coming straight out of dry, warm central Australia, and it comes right across over the Southern Alps and warms up even further. You'll also feel it in the lower part of the North Island. The upper part, you've got about average temperatures for this time of the year, not too hot, not too cold, simply because you're still caught up in that southwest flow out of the Tasman. So this is how it looks as we go in towards Friday. You can see that northwest flow moving into the North Island, so temperatures lift up on Friday in the north, especially on the eastern side. In the South Island, it is another warmer than average day and a warmer than average night on the way as well. But this front here is a cold one. That means the temperatures drop behind it. So you'll have a cooler change coming later on Friday for the lower part of the South Island, but warmer than average for those further north, and a little bit of rain into Canterbury, maybe 10 millimetres or so for some of you, bigger totals over on the western side. Let's go into the weekend now. Saturday sees rain clouds stuck around the upper South Island. This front, very slow moving. So even though there's not a lot of rain in it, slow moving, that will lift up the rainfall totals, especially on the west coast. In the North Island, that front doesn't really arrive until later. There might be a few showers though ahead of it. And then we go to Sunday and it should clear away. It's a little bit messy though on Sunday with these two lows, one here, one down to the southeast, and showers sort of in between with not a lot of wind. Sunday's a bit of an odd day. There's no real sort of energy pushing things around. So I think you might find the Sunday forecast may still change because there's no real wind pushing things into places. So you might find that the showers that are showing up here maybe on Sunday might not be exactly where it's showing up. So still a couple more days to lock in Sunday, but generally speaking, these rainmakers do look to be offshore. And then we go into next week, and how is that shaping up? Well, I think this map kind of sums it up for you. We have a typical spring week coming with high pressure to our north. That encourages windy west to northwest winds to begin with. So you'll find Monday and Tuesday are probably going to be fairly warm, but then there'll be a cold front coming out of the Southern Ocean with a temperature drop. More of those westerly quarter winds. It'll be northwest some days, cooler southwest the others, and that is next week. That's your forecast. I'll see you again on Friday with the latest.